It is finally time. I know a lot of you probably saw this notification in your sub box and were like, oh my god, but I am covering the most, I would say, epic creep to ever have been caught on this show. TCAP has its own, world of lore and everything, but Lorne Armstrong himself has the deepest world of lore for an individual creep that I have ever seen. And of course, we're gonna get into all that, but at first, I gotta react to his episode because I still to this day have not seen it. I've been waiting for a special time, and at this point, there's so little episodes left to react to that I gotta do it. So sit back, drop a like if you enjoy my TCAP reactions and want to see more, and as always, make sure you watch until the end because I'm sure this is going to be quite insane. Anyways, let's get right on into it, shall we?
He's coming back, Casey. He's trying to make sure he can see you.
In a few minutes, our next potential predator will probably be thinking he too should have stayed away.
So that's right, Lorne is pulling up in his truck, and if you're wondering why this is so HD, shout out to the original uploader of this. I'm pretty sure this has been AI remastered, so if you see a little bit of weird artifacting in the video, that is why. But I'm just ready to see this dude's face because I know he's such a character in this community that I just already know this is going to be amazing.
Okay, his name is Lorne, L-O-R, and you're Kayla. You should have
balloons,
pizza, bracelet, and a can.
All right, so he just said the kit that this guy's bringing, and tell me this is not terrifying. He has pizza, balloons, which we all know why I'm using that word in place of something else, but he also brought a camera, which is just freaking terrifying. Some of the stuff these dudes bring, I know there was that one guy in an older episode that had rope in his car. It's just perfect when they bring this other stuff. Even though it is terrifying to think of what would happen if this wasn't a sting, it gives the cops and those working in this case so much more evidence that they need, because I know a lot of these got dropped when they finally got to court because of the fact this was a TV show. That was a big issue with this show, was it felt like they were kind of meddling in law enforcement business without doing it 100% right, or they could, destroy evidence or taint the evidence in a way. So hopefully this helped his case and helped him get locked up for, a long time.
Hey, I'm glad you could come. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
Turns out today's his birthday.
Oh my god. That is freaking beautiful. I don't think that's ever happened on this show so far, and maybe that's part of the, mystique of this. I'm still going to be kind of judging this episode because there have been so many people requesting it for so long, but bro is coming over here on his birthday, and he is so excited. You hear him walking up all creepy, hey girl, like, oh god, the voices that they put on to talk to these decoys is just so disgusting and freaking creepy, dude. And now the only present he gets is Chris Hansen, which honestly is the present that he deserves.
He's 37-year-old Lorne Armstrong, a construction worker. He's been chatting with a girl for more than a month. It's one of the longest chat logs we've ever seen.
So Chris explains that actually this dude has a chat log that's been going for more than a month, which is one of their longest that they've ever had. Like, he has been committed, he is playing along with this decoy, and they're keeping him on, but he just does not want to show up to this house until his birthday or something. I don't know why he decided to wait a month, but I'm sure at this point, after chatting for a month, he's thinking there's no way this is a cop or some, undercover sting, because they wouldn't spend this much time on someone like me. It's like, actually, buddy, that's exactly what they did, and they have thousands of messages to prove it. That's actually insane that he waited this long to show up, but thank God that he did, and thank God he waited until his actual day of his birthday.
After chatting with the decoy for just 6 days, he expresses his deep love for her.
Oh god, he's one of these, dude. Oh, that adds to the cringe. Not saying that it's not already disgusting what he's doing, but when they fall head over heels and they're just jumping into this like, oh, I need to marry you, you can sign a contract, a la, like Jeff Sokol, that episode, that just adds to the freaking level of weirdness so much, because not only are they psychos for doing what they're doing, they're also just possessive and creepy and jumping right into it. Nobody says they love you after 6 days of talking on the internet unless they have some serious mental problems. I'm sorry, it's just true.
I wish I could marry you right now, because I would do it. That's how special you are to me, and that's how much I love you.
He is literally glazing right now. I wish I could marry you right now because I would do it. I would throw away my whole life. I don't care about anything else. You're just so special to me. These words that I'm seeing on this AOL chat room, they just get into my soul. And I know I've not even seen you face to face yet. And yeah, I'm like quite a bit older than you, but I need to marry you right now. Like, give me a freaking break, dude. You are such a loser.
But he clearly knows what he's doing is wrong.
Okay, delete your archives and remember, Mrs. Kayla Marie Armstrong, I love you more than anything.
Oh my God, no way. No way. Okay, still, even if this was the 30th day, like a month in, the fact that he just called the decoy Mrs. Kayla Marie Armstrong, aka adding on his last name, implying that they are going to for sure gonna be married one day, is psycho. This is insane. And he thought he was being so smart, being like, okay, delete your archives and then nobody can find out. It's not like printers exist and you can print screen. I know this was back in like 2006, but I don't think technology's that far yet. We're clean as long as you delete your messages.
He was so excited to be here, and he came walking in very proud, very excited. It's a massage chair.
God,
It vibrates when you press the buttons.
And to keep him at a distance, because this is always an issue of theirs, they can't have the creeps, you know, actually making physical contact with the decoys. That is a serious security risk. You're just asking to have somebody be taken hostage or something. They sit him down on this crappy massage chair add-on onto their chair, and he's thinking, man, this is the best birthday ever. I get to hang out with his chick I'm talking to on the internet, and I get a back massage. Let's go.
Look, oh my God. I thought you had blonde hair.
Do you like it? I dyed it by
I
myself.
think it's pretty.
Thank you.
It's very pretty.
There's red flag number one. I mean, you have this studio lit apartment that this person's just randomly in. That should be the first red flag. And then he's literally like, wait, you had totally different hair. And she just goes with the dye excuse. And this man is so smitten and so in love, he's willing to put up with all of it because he does see somebody in front of him that he thinks he's been speaking to for over a month here. But alarm bells should have been ringing in his head right now. I guess this massage chair has just got him so comfortable that he's willing to look past all of that.
Did you bring...
Balloons? Yes, I did.
Where are they?
Out in the truck.
Well, what good are they going to do in the truck if we're in here?
This dude is flabbergasted, bro. He's the one getting rizzed up by the decoy right now. I mean, that was freaking smooth, and he's thinking he's on top of the world. He literally thinks he is so in right now. Like, oh my God, she actually wants me to go get them from the truck? What the heck? This is actually happening? Like, they're getting his excitement levels so high. I am ready for Chris Hansen to come out and just crush his freaking dreams on his birthday. Give him the best birthday present ever, Chris, please. I am ready for it.
Well, what good are they going to do in the truck?
Well, yell at me, why don't you? I haven't had a kiss yet.
Oh my God. I get it, you guys. I get why he is so enigmatic, because this like flirty talk is killing me inside. The little tongue that he pushes up towards his teeth when he's like, well, yell at me, why don't you? Like, it's already to me one of the most cringe things ever to be like eyewitness to kind of private flirting between two people. And when it's somebody as socially awkward as this guy, I mean, he's having to go to chat rooms and resorting to this to get action. You can tell he gets no action from people his own age and just is got to be antisocial as all hell. He thinks he's being so smooth right now doing these little tongue tricks. I cannot take it, bro.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit, not as bad as what you thought you would be. I like seeing you in person.
Yeah, I like seeing you too.
I bet you're a little less nervous after you see how cool and swag I am. Yeah, I'm a pretty cool guy, so if you stick with me and get married to me, we'll probably have a pretty awesome life. Like, this dude thinks so highly of himself, and I know he is just on cloud 9 right now. He's flipping through the different massage settings, having this conversation. He is living life, dude. I want to be this happy, but not under this context, obviously, but I'm sure he's reaching levels of happiness right now and excitement that none of us ever have in our measly lives. Like, maybe the first time I tried the Popeye's chicken sandwich, I was this happy, but other than that, it's all been way lower than this, dopamine-wise, in my life.
I like seeing you in person.
Yeah, I like seeing you too.
Good.
Seem pretty comfortable there.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
All right, how are you doing?
What's happening?
And then, baby, let's go. The freaking reveal happens. The decoy shuffles out. He's taking it kind of well. Hello, sir. What's going on? And I don't know if he doesn't realize who Chris Hansen is. A lot of these guys think maybe this is the parent, but when he's walking out with these big stack of papers and the suit on, you gotta know what's going on. So let's see how Lauren reacts to the reveal of him, you know, not being able to get what he wants today. Let's just say that.
So what are you up to tonight?
Not a whole lot.
Well, I'll tell you, for the last several days, you've been up to a lot. You're a pretty prolific chatter there.
Chris is like, hey, I actually have never had a stack of papers this thick for one of these things. Like, you are literally such a chronically online loser. It's kind of sad to see. Anyways, you want to explain yourself?
Not really. I never really was gonna do anything.
You weren't really going to do anything.
No.
So you brought...
Balloons.
What else did you bring?
I love how Chris instantly thwarts the "I wasn't gonna do anything" comment by saying what he brought with him. It's literally in his truck right now. He just admitted to it on camera, on microphone, not more than 2 minutes ago. And now I'm sure he's realizing he backed himself into a corner. Also, I would love if they searched him after catching him here outside and they found a freaking proposal ring in his pocket or something. I would not put that past this guy. He's that obsessed with the marriage. I believe that could be a possibility.
Besides all this chat here, and we'll go through that in a minute, you also sent a whole bunch of pictures. Now, why would you think that's appropriate?
Oh God, and now they're bringing up the pictures that he sent from his webcam, and he actually does admit that he brought a bracelet, which I'm sure is just like, to him, the magnum opus of what he can do for a woman, giving her a nice, shiny bracelet. Maybe it was a promise bracelet. He's like, hey, in 5 years, I'm gonna marry you when I'm able to, you know, legally. You are gonna be Kayla Marie Armstrong.
It's not.
It's not. You tell her to delete her archives.
I didn't want her to get in trouble by her parents.
Oh, that's what it is. See, he's a nice guy. He didn't want her getting in trouble with her parents. It wasn't, you know, involving him getting in trouble with the law or anything. That's not why he told her to delete the archives. He was looking out for her. Don't you love when these creeps also happen to be good Samaritans? It's crazy how much of an overlap that is in their own minds, right?
You talk about getting married to her.
I meant when she was 18.
You were going to marry her when she turned 18.
It was a promise bracelet, bro. He's literally waiting out, camping out like it's a GameStop day one exclusive, dude. On the midnight eve of her turning 18, he was going to pop that question. He really thought he was going to be in the picture that long. Talk about freaking delusional.
What do you think ought to happen to you?
I think I should go to counseling to get off the internet. I gotta do some things I can't do that.
Imagine working on the same construction site as this guy. You've known him for a couple years, and then you see him on this show bringing up these crocodile tears like, I think I should go to counseling. I gotta figure out something. I think this was really bad what I just did. Like, I would just be dying. Oh, man, that is absolutely amazing. The tears are out right now. I can't even say tears because they do feel very fake, but it's funny to see these grown men start to cry in the face of adversity on this show.
Well, there's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on
Oh, God. Talk about an incredible reaction, dude. He just bursts into more tears and gets up and walks out of the house, not realizing what's going to happen. Also, can we talk about the smoothness of that reveal? Did you see Chris Hansen kind of get up, do a little shimmy, turned around, and then the camera comes out? That was freaking smooth, bro. I guarantee you they got little gaffer's tape on the floor with X's so that he knows his spot of like where to go, because that was just cinematic mastery right there. And we get this visual of the man just in tears with his arms covering his eyes, trying to stop the salty tears from hitting the concrete. And they take his arms away and put him behind his back in order to put the cuffs on. Absolutely freaking beautiful, man. Of course, they search his truck. They find the balloons and the bracelet that he got her. So he was not lying about that. And I guess that's another one that bites the dust. Now, I do want to get into some stuff that I was able to find on this guy that just adds to the mystique. I went to his Wikipedia page because I wanted to know more about the dude and why he is such a massive figure in the TCAP community. And a lot of it is post-incarceration. The man actually got out. He started to try to do a YouTube himself in order to, I don't know, have an online personality. Very crazy career move, if you ask me. If anything, I would be trying to be off the internet completely and remaining low so that no trolls would get to me or nobody knows my past. But of course, people found him and globbed onto it. And I want to read this little excerpt from his Wikipedia page about the catfishing scandal. So it says, also in 2017, a girl who identified herself as Ramona attempted to and succeeded in catfishing Lorne by creating a long-distance relationship with him. The goal of catfishing him was to explore who he really was as a person, and the catfisher worked with two users who were well-versed on Lorne, known as Ember Inferno and Sam Pendleton, to carry out the operation. They would upload the calls that occurred between the two, which would last for about 8 hours at a time. Oh my God. These calls tended to expose Lorne's private insecurities, including his thought on his to catch a predator appearance and his problems with alcohol. This would often lead to lots of shouting, and this series of events led to have two sides of the community that was familiar with Lorne to feud over whether or not he deserved to be catfished. Also, this led to more users to try and catfish Lorne. One in particular, Casey Morrow, ended up getting close to him, talking about their habits, and even confessing her feelings to him. He claimed to have known about being catfished, but according to his behavior while being catfished, this is false. So that is absolutely insane. Like, it sounds like this dude has just been haunted by his appearance, more so than anybody else on this show. which just adds to the legendary status. I want to know what you thought of this episode down in the comments below. I also want to know your take on that final excerpt. Do you think somebody like him deserves to be messed with incessantly for the rest of their life? I personally think they do, especially if you try to pop back up on the internet. That's gonna freaking happen, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching until the very end. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Drop a like because I know YouTube's gonna nuke it, just as the nature of the series at this point, and I'll catch you guys in another video soon. Until next time, peace out.